Alright guys, we are going to start another penny hunt. Yeah, I am still doing penny videos. I actually have been able to get some customer app rolls lately. And I hopefully that continues. I suspect that the whole freaking out that businesses and banks and people are doing with pennies, I have a feeling that it's not going to be quite as bad. I think people are just kind of over preparing right now. But the reason why I say start is I'm not sure if this is going to be a video, and I am getting out to a couple other banks tomorrow, and I'll probably try to get some more pennies, maybe even exchange this box for some more customer app, most likely. But this is $25 in customer app pennies. This is actually all from my local Chase. They have been getting pennies in, and mainly they've just had a ton of coins, so they've been doing basically what no bank is doing and trying to give out a bunch of pennies. And I've been taking advantage of it. So I got $25 in pennies here. Now these rolls, I'm not sure if we're going to get much in these, because I have a feeling these are from the same person that turned in those other $50 that I hunted. And we only got 2 Wheaties out of $50, so I don't expect too much in there. But that's kind of why I said start. If this ends up being enough for a full video, then heck yeah. But I might need to combine it with some other and the next time I get pennies. So got my penny mat here, and I want to note that I've actually covered this mat in tape. I don't know if you can tell, but I've covered it in very, very strong clear tape because it's just falling apart. It does not want to stay flat, and so the tape kind of flattened it out a bit. It made it more sturdy. So hopefully there's not too much of a glare. It doesn't look like it's really that noticeable, but I just want to note that I ended up putting tape all over this mat. It doesn't really have the nice feel that it did before, but it'll still serve its purpose. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get into this. It's nice that I'm still going to be that I'm still doing penny videos. Yeah, and let's get into it. Let's start and see if we can get some good finds, and I will bring you in on my very first find. Alright, it does look like it shows up a little bit, some of the sheen of the tape, but, I'm on rule number 7, and, I got a wheat penny right there. It is, was date side up, right there, 1950 out of Denver. That would have been a very good coin if it was a nickel, but, I don't see any other ones. But, let's keep going. Alright, well, man, I don't think this box is going to turn out to be a video. I have less than 10 rolls left in the box. Finally just got another wheat penny. Now, I don't think that most of these coins are searched. I think that they just, came from people's coin jar. I think most of these are just ones that they've held on to. I have some pennies that have the person's account number on it. I don't think a coin hunter would ever do that. And then these rolls that have all the really nice 81s and all the Canadian pennies definitely don't look like they're searched either. I just don't think these rolls are just yielding many wheat pennies. I've gotten tons of Canadians. It's almost a roll worth. Have pulled out a couple older Canadians. I did get a 1964 and a pretty exciting one, a 1954. And then, as I said, I got the wheat penny in a very, very nice condition, 1988. A few nice tone coins. This one is pretty crazy. Hold on. The toning on this one's pretty nuts, but the toning on this one is crazy. Look at that. Oh man, I'm pretty sure that's artificial, but wow. Holy cow. And I have a little brother who was born in 2017, so that's kind of cool. I might give that to him. And then a couple, again, lots of nice toned 1981s. Like in there's a lot of nice 82s also. One nice '09, and then a couple more of those potential errors. But did get another Wheatie right here. 1955 Denver. So we got a second one. We have, looks like, 9 more rolls to go. So not too much longer in this box, but we will still keep going. Well, I'm on the second to last roll, and I did get one. Got one more. So let's see. 1941. Alright, so we got 3, which means that we have not broken my record for lowest amount of wheat pennies in a $25 hunt. At least as far as pennies that aren't searched for the most part. We got one more roll left. It's one of these rolls, so I doubt we'll get much. But you know what? For the heck of it, I'll do this last roll live because I just want to show you what these rolls are like. They're pretty much all copper, but they have, I don't know, I think these rolls have been sealed for a very long time. Like there's a toned 81. There's a Canadian. Actually, not much in that roll. Usually I get a ton of toned 1981s and at least 3 or 4 Canadian pennies in there. So, we'll get you guys a wrap up. Alright, so we finished with all those rolls, and yeah, not the best hunt of all time. We did get 42 Canadian pennies total, including the older ones. So not quite a roll, but almost. It's honestly crazy I got that many, considering I got about 2 rolls worth, maybe 2.5 rolls worth out of $50, and of these rolls, we had at the most $10 worth. So it's insane that we got almost a roll out of only like $10 worth. Yeah, those rolls are stacked with Canadian pennies. Yeah, so again, not the greatest penny box of all time, but I knew I was probably going to have to combine this with some other pennies, which is probably going to be the norm from now on, unless I get a $25 hunt that ends up producing a decent amount, or I end up just doing a huge hunt in the first place. So that's probably what I'll end up doing anyway. But yeah, so 42 Canadian pennies, a bunch of these toned 1981s, and honestly, with how the Canadian pennies are, it definitely tracks. I'm convinced that these rolls have been sealed since, I think the latest year in here I saw was like 1987. So those rolls look like they've all been sealed for probably the 90s. The toning on them matches up, and even some of the Canadian pennies that I got a lot of Canadian pennies also from 1981, and some of them have the same toning as some of the US coins. So definitely looks like these were all sealed together for a few decades. I got those 2 that kind of look like they might be errors. Only nice Zinkin I pulled out. A very nice 1988. I think there's a reverse of 89 on there that I'll have to check. And then a decent 2009, obviously out of the newer rolls. The 3 toners, including that crazy one. Oldest Canadian pennies, 1964 Younghead. And a 1954, which I guess technically equates to a wheat penny. But 3 wheat pennies. So, not my worst box ever, of course, but 55D, 50D, and 41 Philly, and that also has some varieties that I'll check off camera. So, definitely going to combine this with another penny hunt, but thank you guys for watching this one, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next penny hunt. Alright guys, we are finally going to be hunting those customer wrapped rolls. I apologize for my messy desk. I apologize for how messy it is. Makes me look like a snob. But, yeah, so I've been sitting on these for a while. I had uploaded the nickel box hunt video, and I had uploaded the, well, kind of a mail call video, but because I had uploaded those, and because I, hadn't gotten to any other banks, and I was doing other stuff, I kind of held on to these for a while. So, yeah, I've had these for at least a couple weeks. So, yeah, I got these all at one bank, and I will say a couple of the rolls have Sharpie marks on them. But only about 5 of the rolls do. Now, the only reason why I'm a little bit concerned is because some of them, only 5 of the rolls look like they have Sharpie marks on them, but at the same time, they look like the same type of rolls as some of the other ones that aren't marked. So, I don't know. So, these rolls are weird. Some of them are sealed with duct tape. We even have a couple of these blue rolls. So, I don't expect this whole thing is going to be searched. So, even though 5 or 6 rolls, who knows, maybe even at most 10 rolls might be searched, I'm still going to hunt this as a $100 nickel hunt because I did get them all at the same bank, and it's annoying to take the coins that I think are going to be searched when I don't know for sure and put those with like a mixed hunt when I still end up having mostly a box. So I'm just going to hunt this as a custom wrap box. I haven't hunted custom wrap nickels in a while. Now I will say, when I hunted this box right there, I was so tempted to make it a bank wrapped versus custom wrapped hunt because I don't think I've ever done that with nickels. But coin roll hunting is going to be more sparse for me lately, and I want to use these coins for videos as efficiently as possible. So I'm going to do this with separate videos, and I think I'm going to upload this no matter what, in case we really, really don't get anything. So, but I have a feeling we're probably going to get something. If not a silver buffalo, like my other box, maybe 1939 nickels, maybe just a lot of oldies. But I would really like to get a silver buffalo nickel because I've been finding buffalo nickels this year. So, yeah, we're going to get into it. I'm going to start with the very first one. I'm going to start with this weird duct-taped one here. And, yeah, we'll see what that's all about. So, yeah, I'll bring you guys in on my first find. Alright guys, I just want to say that for the first few clips, I'm not going to be using the tripod. I will end up switching to the tripod later, but I'm also, in the process of cleaning, I'm also rearranging a lot of the things on my desk, and I want to put the tripod somewhere different, so while I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put it, it's somewhere else right now. So I'm going to film like this for the first few clips, and then eventually I'll end up switching to the tripod. Alright, so I'm on roll number 3. The first roll I actually got a 1955 out of Denver, so I just put it aside. But I was like 3 coins into this roll, and I got a 1940 out of Philly. So first official find, well, second official find. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, that's a 77. Decent amount of older ones in this roll, so maybe, is this something old? No, 1962. I don't see anything else, so, yeah, we'll keep looking. Alright, so, it's been quite a few rolls. I haven't updated you guys in a while. That's how many I've gone through, plus maybe 2 or 3 more. Got a couple more in the 50s. I got a 1958 Philly in decent shape, as well as a very nice 1959 Philly that's also a better date. So that's kind of cool. But actually, in one of the marked rolls, towards the end, got a 1942 here. 42 out of Philly. So, who knows? I mean, one of the other things I thought was maybe they're just marking their rolls. Like, I mean, you can see there's one like that there, and there's one like that here. Maybe I think that one might be also. Maybe they're just marking their rolls. Who knows? Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, I completely forgot to mention I also had up there another 1958. This one out of Denver, though. All right, I got another 1940s. It's one in one of these rolls. 1948 out of Philly. All right, let's keep going.
Looking ass baby.
All right, guys. I'm in another one of those marked rolls, and I got an older one. Oh, by the way, these rolls are pretty filthy. So, but I did get another find. Another 1940 out of Philly. All right, let's keep going. All right, in another roll, I had gotten another 1958 out of Denver, but this roll, it's the I think the second to last of these types of rolls, and I got a 1956 that is very beat up. Are you guys seeing that? Okay, yeah, 1956 out of Denver. So that should go right here, and then this roll actually also had two Canadian nickels in it. One from 2000, but one from 1979. So we got a 99% nickel, Canadian nickel in there. All right, we got 17 rolls to go, guys. All right, I got 11 more rolls, but I got a 1940. 1940, it's very dirty. Out of Philly. That's actually our third from that year. Just checking to see if there's anything old. There's a decent 1960. But not really that nice enough to keep. I don't see anything else, so we'll keep going. Alright, very next roll. I was only a couple coins into the roll. And that one, it was actually reverse facing. It had kind of a dark tint. Not silver though, but it is a 1947 out of Philly. It's actually our first from that year. So yeah, let's keep going. All right, the very next roll again. This one I saw right as I dumped it out. 1946 out of Denver. So actually another new year. Another new one. Another new date in the 40s. So let's keep going. All right, I got 7 more rolls to go. Another 1940. Denver. All right, so in the last couple rolls I got a few more finds, so I thought I'd just show them at the end. Got another 1959, this time out of Denver. Right there. We got a 1957 out of Philly. The new year. We got a 1956 out of Denver. Second one of those. Another new year. 1952. It's very beat up. Denver. And we did get one more in the 40s. 1941 out of Philly, another new year. So, yeah, I'll get you guys a wrap-up. Alright, so we finished with that $100 in customer wrap nickels. Yeah, another box that wasn't that great. But honestly, at this point, I think we're due for a couple hunts that aren't as great because, a lot of my nickel hunts in 2025 were really, really great, and I've as far as this year goes, I have still been doing pretty good with nickels, but man, the last couple batches just weren't that great. I mean, this batch here and that box that we hunted last time. And, in that box, we, at least we got a 1939 nickel. We didn't get any of those in this box. But we still got we still got a lot of finds. More finds than I thought we would get for sure. And a good mix of dates too. So, we did get 2 Canadian nickels, which I've actually been finding these in nickel boxes lately. Or at least batches of nickels. One from 2000 and one from 1979. That's a little bit better because it's 99% nickel. Um, I'm gonna start in the 40s and go to the 50s. We got 4 from 1940. We got a lot in that year for some reason. One from 1941. I guess the one of the notable finds, a 1942 out of Philly, ironically in one of the marked rolls. So just because it's a transition year coin, it would have been cooler if it was a Denver, because that's a lower minted coin. But the transition year coins are always nice to see. One from 1946, one from 1947, and one from 1948. So honestly, other than the Warnickel years, obviously, and we actually did technically get one of them, just not a silver variety. Other than the Warnickel years, the only year we're missing is 1949. So we did pretty good as far as the 40s goes. For 50s, we did pretty good there as well. One from 52, one from 55, two from 56, one from 57, 3 from 58. This one, I guess, is kind of notable because it's in better shape and it's a Philadelphia minted coin. And then 2 from 59. This one, probably, I'd say, is the best find of the hunt, mainly because it's in the best condition and it's also a Philadelphia mint. So I'd probably say that's the best find of the batch here. If not, maybe the 1942 or that 1958. So I did get 4 nickels that again have that improperly annealed look. Had one that looked like someone put a sticker on, so kind of interesting. And then the one that was so beat up. It's one of those ones where it looks older, but it's so beat up I'm never going to be able to see the date. And one of the rolls had a dime. So, it wasn't the craziest hunt ever, but we did get some finds, and, I'm happy I'm able to hunt. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.